These kobolds are a bit more dangerous than I initially intended. Makes me wish I had my... Makes me wish I had my amulet of cold resistance. There's two over there. Well, that was unfortunate. Full health again. I barely survived my encounter with two of them. So maybe let's be smart. Cat's Grace will give me between 2 and 5 dexterity. 4, very nice. 8, 1d8 hit points and +1 to attack rolls. Not bad, 8. Very well. Very well. Single point of damage. Oh, there's 3 of you. Web. Just 4? Lovely, just bring on every kobold you can find. Wait. Fight them one at a time. Newfound respect for the web spell. Truly. Simply funnel them into you one by one. Makes the fight significantly easier. Another kobold here. Bolts of frostbite. If I had a crossbow, this would be amazing. Since I don't, however, it is simply money waiting to happen. Next door. Another one. Good point-blank shots. Gem. Malachites. A healer's kit and a silver ring. The trap kit holds no interest for me, as I can't use it. At least this corpse has been avenged. 3 gold. Next door. 2 kobolds inside. Don't use ranged weaponry in melee combat. Not good for your health. In this case, quite literally. I'm badly wounded, though that's very easy to remedy. In fact, yeah, let's use a healer's kit. Perfect. Heal skill is very nice. I must be getting close. What is this? Clonk the Freezer. A lone kobold in an open chamber. No. I think not. This is an ambush or a trap.
Hey, Tops. We got it. It's time.
Mm-hmm. Thought so. What's this? Master's food. Do not open. Animals might stampede. You don't say. Very well, why fight myself? Took a little bit of damage from Stampede, that's fine. The Kobold must have ran instantly. Whoa! What was that? A volley of crossbow bolts. I see you there.
No quarter!
I see you there, Icehound. While the oxen charge. Oh. Well then, while they charge, I will simply look in their pen. Ah, a scroll of endurance. Very useful. Very, very useful. Ooh. I hear the sounds of ice. Ah. Hey! That was a good shot. Not bad at all. Let's see. The oxen snorts in your general direction, being typically ornery animals. There we go, let's send them back to their pen now. Everybody get on back to your pen. Yes, these beasts of burden were quite helpful, in fact. Now then, what do these kobolds have on them? Even more ammunition. Not sure why I'm surprised. Spirits. That must be Clonk's corpse. Clonk's ice blade. It's a short sword that has 1d6 cold damage. And a potion of speed which provides haste. And a crossbow +1. Light crossbow, rather. Light crossbow +1. Fascinating. This must be the dragon's lair then, given the food next there. So let's see. A dead polar bear. Likely a good sign. Tymoferar. Among the smallest and least intelligent of dragonkind. Most white dragons are simply animalistic predators with a predilection for gems and frozen meat. I could read what it has, but why bother? This thing could kill me nearly instantaneously, no matter what I had on me.
Well, well, well. A little intruder, is it? All right. Let's get a look at you then. Yes. Interesting.
Are you quite aware that you're a human man, Warmling?
Of course I'm aware of that.
You need get so excited, little one. It's hard enough to tell the small races from one another even without all of your silly inbreeding. So don't get angry at me. Now, let's see. It's been a while since I saw my last human. Your type breeds so quickly, however, I suppose it was inevitable. Then you've come pretty much alone, have you? Very interesting. So, what are you supposed to be, little human man? I was thinking that you were perhaps the knight of a great kingdom, but then it occurred to me that I may as well ask.
I am a cleric, dragon. I am a servant of Shandakul.
A religious type, are you? Would you believe an orc convert to Cyric once attempted to convert me? I believe he's still in a block of ice around here. At any rate, I realize this may not be your forte, Wyrmling, but might you indulge a bored dragon with a song, perhaps? The kobolds are simply awful at such things, you see.
I'd prefer to discuss matters seriously.
Have it your way, Wyrmling, though I can't say I'm not disappointed. So, enough of what I want. I'd like to find out what you want, Wyrmling. Surely you came here for a reason.
Well, I'm here to talk to you about Deacon.
Ah, Deacon. My finest experiment, really. You can lead a kobold to water, but can you make him think? At first I thought I would never be able to teach the little lad anything at all. All he would do was cower about me and cry master if I so much as twitched. But he improved remarkably with time. Obviously you've encountered him somewhere in the world above, yes? Tell me, where is he now?
Well, if what he told me was true, I believe he's hiding in the village of Blumberg.
Hiding in a human village? How very odd. Well, so be it. I'll simply have to retrieve him sometime. If he hasn't gotten himself killed already, that is. But you said you wished to talk about Deacon, didn't you? What about him?
He wants to be free of your services.
Ah, poor Deacon. For such a little kobold, he has very big dreams. Very foolish dreams, to be sure, but dreams nonetheless. I should never have sent him away. I must say this entire business with the artifacts has been rather irritating. I never really needed them to begin with, and acquiring them has been much more difficult than I'd have liked. All that effort, for instance, and what do I end up with? A mask that I can't even use. Jinnah lied about the power these objects hold, and a great many other things as well, I am certain.
Jinnah. How the mere name of that creature fills me with bile. The sheer audacity, the temerity. It is an affront to my draconic stature, I tell you.
Why? What did this Jinnah do exactly?
Jinnah first approached me 2 moons ago, sending a letter introducing herself and making a proposal that she knew I would find hard to resist. There were magical artifacts of great power within easy reach, she said, guarded by a dwarven wizard. Working together, we could overcome him. All she desired in return for her aid, she claimed, was a single artifact. The rest I could keep for myself.
Which artifact was that?
A statue of a tower, I believe. I imagine now it is the only artifact with any real worth. I agreed to her terms and found out after my kobolds returned from the raid that she had dared to attack them. She tried to take all the artifacts for herself.
Ah, so Jinnah commands the gnolls then.
Try to keep up with me, Wyrmling. Yes, it is Jinnah who commanded the gnolls to attack my kobolds. I had, after all, sent them in early to take all the artifacts for myself.
So you broke your deal with her.
And what is the relevance of that? I wanted to see this statue for myself before I even considered releasing it. Why would she want it after all unless it was the best? I am a dragon and I will not allow myself to be tricked by a mere lesser being. The fact that she attacked my minions only proves her deceitful intent. Tell me, what do you know of Janna, little one? For all I know, you could have been sent here by her.
No, but I've heard of her.
I see. That is good, for it gives me an idea. There is a saying amongst dragons, Wormling. It goes thus: sweet as blood, rich as flame, rarer than gold, this deadly game. Do you know of what it speaks of?
I'm sorry, Dragon, I don't know your customs. I don't know.
It speaks of revenge, of course. Cold, sweet revenge. I desire vengeance upon Janna. Kill her for me, little one, and you shall be rewarded.
And what do I get for doing this?
Now that is a fair question, naturally. I would not expect you to perform such a feat on my behalf without some sort of compensation. I would be willing to free Deacon from my service, for instance. Does that interest you?
It is a good start indeed.
Very well, you'll have that and other rewards as well, for his freedom is but a small thing. Now, will you do as I ask?
How do I know you'll even keep your word?
Especially considering I didn't keep it with Janna. Yes, I see your point. Perhaps this will assure you of my sincerity. You have my oath on the draconic blood of my white ancestors that you shall be rewarded as promised and left unharmed. Do not question my word further, Wormling. Such an oath is not given lightly, even amongst the most evil of my brethren. Now do you agree to my task?
Deals with a dragon. Very well, I agree.
Such words are pleasant to hear. Very well, little one. A bargain it is. Here, I am giving you this flask full of powder. Use it on Janna and she will be severely weakened. It plays havoc, you see, with her unique physiology. Another gift for you. This is a key. Do you see that square-shaped rock beside the wall? Use the key on it, and you will be brought straight outside. Head south of these mountains into the region you call the High Forest. There is a cave of gnolls there which Janna rules. Go and do what you must, Wormling. I wish you luck.
Okay. On closer inspection, there appears to be a large and obvious keyhole carved into the center of this stone. Very well. Insert the stone key into the keyhole. What was I given? Oh, hang on. I don't have the room for this. I need to make some room for this. Don't need this key anymore. I'll take away this malachite. Perfect. So, flask of powder. The small, heavy flask is filled with a deep red powder. Enough for one use. More than likely. It smells strongly of smoke and copper. An explosive, perhaps? Maybe. It's very dark out. And I have 3 focus crystals. As well as ample resources to make more, let us simply use Mistra's hand. Check up with Drogon and Ayala.
Have you any news of the artifacts?
Yes and no. Ayala, do you know anything about a sorceress named Janna? Janna? I can't say that I do. Really, though, the name does ring a bell. A sorceress, you say? I will think on it, Rayle. In the meantime, I suggest you find her lair and who she is, or who she serves. This information may be vital. Have you learned anything else? Yes, one other bit of business. A kobold by the name of Deacon holds the tower statue. But he won't give it up to me unless I help him. And there's no other way to get it from him. Then you may have to help him, Rayle. Hopefully what he wants isn't distasteful. Anything new? Sadly, no. But I do wonder, how is Drogon doing? Fine for now. Thanks to those herbs. He lapses in and out of consciousness, and still needs my attention. But the prognosis is good. You can try to speak to him if you wish. His mind is a bit fevered, however, so do not overtax him. No, I'll let him rest, but thank you. I should go and get ready. Excellent. I will attend to Drogon then. Return to me when you have discovered anything. Indeed I will. I will first, however, go to Fargan. Or Fargan, depending on which he prefers. For I have a great deal of things to sell and identify. And purchase. I also won't mind resting in my room to recoup spells. And maybe try out some new items and such. Seems like a prudent and a smart tactic. Excuse me, guard. There's Fargan. Alright.
Hey, what?
A fair night to you, Rayle. Is there something I can do for you? I'd like to see what you have in stock, sir. Certainly. As a student of Drogon's, naturally I'll give you a good deal on any of my merchandise. I do like good deals. What of this longbow we got from the Orc Cave? Alayek's Vengeance. Alayek, an elven ranger, was consumed with hatred for trolls. As a child, he had witnessed the death of his parents at the hands of marauding trolls. The trolls killed, then ate his parents, while the young child cowered under a nearby bush. Alayek spent the rest of his life trying to hunt the creatures to extinction. Eventually, his lifelong enemies caught him and tore him apart in the borderlands of the Silver Marches. His magical bow was all that could be recovered from his remains. A +1 bonus to attack rolls, extra 3 damage on critical hits, and only usable by rangers. Very well. Other armor +1, nothing spectacular, but worth noting. A small shield +1, likewise. These gloves of the yellow rose, and various little gemstones in the scrolls. Dagger +1, the diamond sells for quite a bit. Not bad, not bad at all. What of this blade? Wow, Klonk's Ice Blade. Not bad at all. Keep the potion of speed. I sense that will be very useful, as well as the flask of powder. And I'll, of course, keep my spare stack of arrows. Could buy these. An extra bit of armor and health. Not a bad call, truthfully. After all, what else would I buy? Not a lot. I'm very happy with my weapons and my armor. Helmet and cloak. Let's buy these. Boots of Hardiness. Having explored the Northlands extensively, a druid named Rayle commissioned the creation of these comfortable boots. Knowing he was headed for the sometimes dangerous domain of the Neverwinter woods, Rayle was looking for something helpful in combat, to lighten his need for armor. Since becoming the archdruid for the Neverwinter Woods Druid Grove, Rayle has commissioned several and more powerful versions of his original boots. These will give me a +1 bonus to armor class, which is a dodge modifier, and dodge modifiers do stack, so that is worth noting, as well as +1 constitution, which will give me a bit more health. I am very happy with that. Expensive, but useful. Out to my room, put those on, mess with spells, and then rest. And then I will look for this Janna character, or creature. Curious that the dragon Temoferar mentioned unique physiology and creature, those adjectives, which would lead me to believe that she's maybe not of a normal mortal race. And the name itself, Janna, J-N-A-H. It's a very weird name, to be sure. So, definitely wondering what kind of creature. Maybe it's a gnoll, for that matter. A gnoll sorceress, which, well, stranger things have been heard of, sure, but not many. Well, I can speculate for hours, but it won't get me anywhere, so may as well rest for a bit. But first, let's put my shoes on. Armor class now is 17. And now, of course, to mess with spells. Let's see.